Okay, let's do a quick left values test. So, okay, you'll be presented with a series of statements for each one. Click the button. Okay, got it. Reforming capitalist society to achieve better rights for workers. So, reforming capitalist society? Yes, reforming. Strongly agree. Revolution is the best way of achieving a socialist society. I disagree on that. I don't think revolution is the best way, but I don't strongly disagree. The negative consequences of a revolution generally outweigh the advantages. The negative consequences of a revolution generally outweigh the advantages. Negative consequences. Okay, so the negative. So imagine the civil war in Russia. I would think yes, the negative consequences generally out. I would strongly agree with that. Strongly agree. Liberal democracy is a viable way of achieving. Strongly agree. And socialist revolution is made inevitable by the conditions of capitalism. No. So is made. I disagree, but I don't. The idea of depends on capitalism on it in of itself. Maybe it depends on the country as well. Some countries capitalism is so harsh that socialist revolution is inevitable. So I'll agree. I'm more unsure. I'll just agree. Workplace democracy within capitalism is an acceptable alternative or complete social. Yes, it is a good alternative. Revolutionary violence is acceptable as long as the power. No, disagree. Redistributing wealth away from the wealthy through taxes is a vital way of defeating inequality. I agree. Wealthy people are. No, I'm joking. Modern social democracy is a betrayal of left-wing values. Modern social democracy. So, the Labour Party strongly disagree. Social democracy is one of the best ideologies ever created for the people on planet Earth. Oppressed peoples have the right to engage in violent uproar when all other options have been exhausted. If all other options have been exhausted, yes. The means of production, such as factories and farms, must be publicly owned. Disagree. But not strongly, eh? Material conditions and needs are the dominant drive behind socioeconomic changes. And needs, yes, strongly agree. Socialism can only be fully achieved in developed industrialized societies. Socialism can only be fully achieved in developed industrialized societies. Let's think. Let's think for a second. Socialism can be fully achieved in developed industrialized societies. Disagree. From each according to his ability, to each according to his needs is good a principle. It's a Marxist idea, yes. I'm not a Marxist, but I do agree with philosophy such as those. It is possible to peacefully convince the ruling class to conform to. Yes, it is possible. Capitalism will induce its own demise through contradictions that result in crises. Yes, but I don't want the end of capitalism. Class conflict is a force that has influenced much of human history. That is a Marxist philosophy, and I just agree. I mean, I love history, and from what I've read, it is not. Oh, sorry, I'm so stupid. It is not entirely that. The establishment of socialism is a gradual process rather than an instant or rapid one. Strongly agree. I don't know how to read. Society. Sorry, I'm being. Society is chiefly driven by individuals and ideas. No. Okay, let's think. Total economic and social equality is realistically possible to achieve. I don't want total. I mean, yes, that does sound so but wrong. I agree. An economic an economy is generally designed better when it is organized bottom up rather than top down. Yes, I agree. Okay. Local planners rather than national planners are more efficient at running a planned economy. Yes. A centrally planned economy based around computers is a concept worth investigating. Disagree. Computers are bad. Is in undeveloped societies a centrally planned economy is the best. Yeah. When it is underdeveloped, I agree. The principles of workplace and are desirable. Yes. The state can be best defined as a monopoly on violence and oppression. Disagree. The state is good. A highly centralized planned economy. A highly centralized planned economy is not social, but rather than state capitalism. You're quite right, actually. Bureaucracy and inefficiency are always inherent in centrally. Strongly disagree. It is necessary to establish a dictatorship. No, 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 no. The government should be capable of assigning individuals to workplaces. Yeah. A world socialist republic is a realist. I strongly agree. Nationalism impulses that are unacceptable. Disagree. The global the global socialist movement should be led by a single party organization. I think unity is important, but I'll agree. But I want more federation. More foreign officials have no right to dictate policy in another country. Strongly agree. Open borders between like-minded socialist countries is desirable. I mean, I want open borders between everyone. Any socialist country should be dedicated to exporting their ideology abroad. I'm going to be neutral. I don't want to give any ideas. People of similar cultures should unite in federations or confederations. Strongly agree. The international proletariat belongs to no country. Strongly agree. National liberation and self-determination for all people is a good concept. It's a very complex one. Self-determination is, yes. National liberation is strongly worded. I would be willing to sacrifice economic resources in my home country in order to help other countries. Of course. Socialist political parties should participate in totally. Trade unions should form the basis of a socialist society. Socialist society. Let's agree. The leadership and of political parties in progression towards social will always lead. Disagree. Democratic centralism is an authoritarian organization that disregards the masses. Strongly disagree. Only mass workers' parties can achieve any meaningful long-term goals. Strongly disagree. Mass spontaneous actions are more effective than carefully planned actions. Disagree. The fact that so many workers vote for bourgeois is proof that parties are not strongly. Oh my god, democracy is hated here. Socialist organizations are generally better off when organized loosely and decentrally. Yes. Trade has been largely by the ruling class. Agree. Climate change is a major. Yes. Measures to address if they are. Strongly disagree. It is foolish to accept renewable energy to be able to replace. It is foolish. Strongly disagree. Initialized farming must be abolished, even if it leads to lower output. I'm neutral. It would be important to implement extensive as part of it. Yes. Environment-friendly food should yes. Personal motive should be with yes, totally. It is unacceptable for humanity to suffer for some notable in order to preserve the nature. I'm gonna agree, but it's a very strong. I'm not very much in favour. We must radically alter our food consumption in order to limit the exploitation of nature. Agree. Not radically. Human population must be curbed to prevent. Strongly agree. Some small scale destruction of nature is no. Strongly disagree. I mean, think about it. You're destroying nature. It could have long-term effects better than short-term effects for humanity. Humanity must return to of the past and what? We must accept that the socialist state failed to address. Agree, not strongly though, because some countries did. Yeah. Need need to be overcome. Yes. Marriage is disagree. Abortion is an immoral act that should be banned or significantly limited. Strongly disagree. Religions overall have a mostly positive effect and should remain influential. Disagree. But some of them do have good effects. I mean, I'm not anti-religious. Minority population should receive special legal protections. Agree, but not radically. Eh? A socialist government has no right to disrupt religious or cultural traditions. Agree. Prisons are oppressive and no, but the idea of them are bad. The way that they incarcerate people. Policies that enable mass immigration are naive and should not be. Strongly disagree. Mass immigration is good. Sorry, if you opinate, I'm not sure what the interesting word is. You cannot achieve a socialist society without also making significant social progress. Strongly agree. Okay, I am very reformist. That's interesting. I'm quite the reformist. Very okay, but not super reformist. Neutral. I am scientific and utopian. Interesting. Scientific is communism, basically, right? And utopian is anarchism. That's the extreme point of view, anyways. Neutral. I'm neutral on central and decentral. Yeah. I'm an internationalist. I've got some nationalist values, but I'm mostly internationalist. Union or party? 2/3 party. That's 67% party. That's very good. I do, even though that looks bad when they put Lenin there, and you got Mr. Union here. Very ecological, very good. I am just generally progressive. I'm a democratic socialist. Next is democratic socialism. Centrist Marxism, left-wing nationalism. Oops. Of left-wing national, eco-Marxism, market anarchism, utopian socialism. Orthodox Mac? Okay, no. What's the thing I'm less? Okay, anarcho-communism is the least? My god. I'm 0% anarcho-communist. I thought I would be more. I'm more Marxist-Leninist than... Damn, man. Did not expect that. Anyways, it was nice doing the test with you guys. And now you know.